Good morning, everybody. I love you today. I am coming on this morning, not traditional. I was supposed to talk about happiness again this week. However, I felt it possible to do a check in this morning with everybody. And I encourage you to check on your friends, check on your family, check on those who are close to you. Even if you may know that a coworker might be going through some things or whatever, check on them this morning. I encourage you to do so. And in that same sense, I feel that you should check on yourself this morning. And it's very important that every once in a while you do a check in for yourself and a check in for your family, check in for your friends and those around you, because we go through so many things in a day. Sometimes the pressure is too much and we are so bogged down we can't take the pressure. So when you can't take the pressure, how many you know what happens? You have to blow some kind of way. So if you don't take the time to kind of center yourself and to take care of what's important, it'll all kind of fall through the cracks sometimes. So this morning I wanted to get on, and I won't be before you long. And I always say that, y'all know that. I won't be before you long. However, I thought it necessary to do a check-in this morning. And every once in a while, I'll come on and do a different type of check-in. This right here today is going to be a check-in so that you can kind of help somebody else along to check on themselves. So give these tips to somebody else or give this to somebody else. It's just a short little list here that I even do sometimes myself when I feel myself kind of getting a little bit far off, and or things get a little bit more pressure than normal. I make sure that I center myself and pray and meditate and make sure that I'm centered with God, that I'm making sure that I am um, just being just living in the moment of what's going on and not being so bogged down or so um it in some and let me put it in another terms because I don't want to go too deep into it because it's really not that deep. um Sometimes when your mind is in so many different places, okay, I got my mind here on work, I got my mind, okay, I got to be a mom, or and this morning, y'all, with I just want to be transparent with me. Of course, you all know I'm a mommy, and I have a beautiful 13-year-old daughter. I have a beautiful 13-year-old son, a handsome I mean, not 13, but 24-year-old son. However, he's grown, he's gone. But I have a beautiful 13-year-old daughter who I love. She is my world. And I have to I had to make some transitions to make sure that she is taken care of. So mommy had to kind of put some of her stuff on the back burner and change different things, uh, the way that she does things, so that Miss Taylor can have and do as she needed to do, you know, on the other end. So that in itself can be a little bit of a mental breakdown, right? Because you're trying to keep everything together, but also you're trying to be yourself and do what you want to do and do um, the things that your heart desires as well. So, but mommy has to have money, mommy has to do things differently. So we have to make sure that we are balancing ourselves, even as moms, as dads. Some of you dads, I mean, I've heard from a couple of you. I have friends who are dads. I have friends who are single dads, and I have friends who are just, the dad, period, in the house, and the husband and all of that. And it's a lot of pressure to be the husband, the dad, the confidant, you got to console your wife. You got to sit over there. Some of you are in places of power. Then you have to have, everybody at work against you, and then everybody, you got to keep everything together, and nobody expects a man to break down. Nobody expects a man, oh, why are you crying, why are you, why are you having a breakdown, why you don't want to talk to nobody, you're a man. But men go through too. Men have things that they have on their mind too. They have much pressure too, just like women do. We have a lot of pressure, but men have a lot of pressure too, especially good women and good men who are out here trying to make things happen. We are sitting here, we're trying to make things happen, but sometimes things just don't meet up the way we want them to. And things don't happen the way that we want them to. So then, yeah, it's a mental breakdown, y'all. Yeah, it's a mental breakdown. And sometimes you just don't have it all under control. But how many of you know that God has everything under control? And we need to make sure that we are consulting him and letting him lead, because we got to take the pressure off of us and put it onto somebody who can take the pressure. And so to this morning, I really, really, really believe that I should check on my friends, check on my family. If you can just pick up the phone, call them. Hey girl, how you doing? Hey dude, how you doing? What's going on? Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. What's going on with you? Can I help you with anything? Just making sure that you check in and make sure that they know you got somebody in your corner. I love you. I care about you. I've been praying for you. I got your back. The other day, the other week I had a breakdown. I'm not, I'm always, I'm very in tune with myself and others. So I have these moments a lot. I have a lot of moments that I have to center myself, come back and think about, and give everything to God and make sure that I am not doing more for other people than I am for myself. Make sure that I'm being grounded. Make sure that I'm not going too far off the deep edge, making sure that I understand who my circle really is. That's important, y'all, for mental health. Make sure you know who your circle is. Don't be doing more for people that don't do anything for you. And I'm sorry, and this might go and get some people's morals and everything else, but we have to make sure that we have those people in our circle who has our back just as well as we have theirs, and that you're not getting pulled in so many different directions when they're not giving you the same amount of energy. You cannot give more energy to people that don't give energy to you. That's exhausting. That is so exhausting, y'all. I cannot tell you how exhausting that is. I've been there because I'm the person that wants to make everybody happy. I want to make sure that everybody knows that somebody has their back. So I'll be there if nobody's there. I'll have your back when nobody has your back, because I want you to feel that you have love, that you have some support in some type of manner. So I'm going to be there. But how many of you know that it's exhausting when you're being pulled, but then you're not getting the same energy to the other way, and you can't push, but they always pull it. No, we're not doing that in this season. In this season, I want you to sit down and write down those true people in your circle who love you without a shadow of a doubt, that will be there for you, that will have your back, that will push you, that will pat you on your back. Even if and y'all know my favorite thing is the tap dancer. So even if you're doing a tap dancer concert and they know you can't tap dance, and they still gonna be there. But honestly, the real friend is to tell you, you can't tap dance, baby. Those people that'll tell you the truth. I had a friend yesterday who contacted me and said, I need your help. Tell me the truth. And because I love her, I told her the truth, because that's my girl, honey. That one right there. Oh my God. I have to have her back, even if it's something I have to say, hey, no, that's not quite right. Yes, that is a true friend. That is somebody who loves you, that will tell you the truth, the God honest truth. And in love, not to be hateful towards you, but in love, that they're going to tell you the truth. So this morning, again, I want to check in with you guys. I understand that there's pressure. I understand that there is so much going on around you. I understand that the pressures of this world is bogging you down. I understand that work is getting on your nerves, honey. I understand that this morning you didn't even want to get out of bed. You hated your job so much. I'm telling you, I understand. I've been there, done that, and spent the night. I understand that there's people in your circle or people that in your circle that you should not have in your circle, and they are pulling the life out of you. I understand. I understand you have children that you have to keep satisfied. I understand that there's children you have to feed. I understand that there is so many pressures. I understand that you have people that's against you, just saying all kinds of stuff that's trying to bog you down, that's trying to pull you away from what the purpose of God is for you. I understand that. I understand there's so many people talking, but they don't even know what they're talking about. I understand that your spouse just won't act right today. And you giving them the side eye and that stank look all day today. I understand. I understand too that y'all gonna make up later. Don't even put honestly, in this day, don't put too much pressure on being mad at each other. That's mentally exhausting. When you're sitting there mad and disgusted and broke it down because somebody didn't say the right thing, do the right thing, or whatever. I understand that and let it go. I'm sorry. That is one of the main things that has helped me, is to let things go. They're not going to treat you like you treat them. I'm just going to say that. People are not going to be you. Stop looking for you in somebody else, because it's never going to happen, because you are unique. God made you who you are. You're not to expect what you give out of somebody else. Now, if you're expecting that, stop it. Stop it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You are the only you. So let them love the way they love. And if it's not what you need, especially people that's not associated with you, if that's not what you need, like, you got to take it from your family, stuff like that. But the other people that don't really contribute anything to you or whatever, stop being so bogged down about what people say and what people do and how they treat you and everything. You just know who they are then. Take mental notes. That's who you are. So that's what I need to understand. But then those relationships that really mean something, like your family, your spouse, all that, do something to make sure that you are both on the same page. And sometimes that means talking to somebody. Sometimes you cannot, because you're inside the situation, you cannot do anything about the situation on your own, because if you could, it wouldn't have got that far. It's okay to say, hey, we need to talk. We need to do something about this. It's okay. Sometimes that just has to happen. Stop taking on so much pressure, because the pressure does not have to even be so bad. I think sometimes we make it so bad when we actually if we sit down and prioritize. And that's one of my mental check-ins today. I'm about to get into it because I don't want to be before you too long today. I just wanted to check in on you guys. That's one of our mental questions. One of my mental check-ins this morning is that prioritizing. I need to prioritize, because when I don't prioritize, it makes everything else cause pressure on me. And then my mental capacity is getting full, and I can't do what I need to do. So in order to take your mental capacity, take the pressure off of your mental capacity, you need to prioritize, because there's things going to be in your day. And I'm going to tell you this. There's going to be things in your day that is unexpected. Unexpected, y'all. And I experienced something last week that had I not checked in, or had I not meditated, prayed, all of that, I would have been broke down, because it happened unexpectedly. And I was like, oh, this hit me hard. So, but I was able to shift because I had prioritized everything else. So then I was able to shift and put it in the right perspective and not have such a mental overload. So that thing did kind of tap on my mental, but I pushed it out and was able to put it in the right perspective. So let's get into it. Okay. When I get up in the mornings, I always say my affirmation. I always pray. I always meditate. Take some time. Get up a little early if you have to. Take some time before everybody gets up, and have your moment. Or I feel like that in the mornings is good because you're starting your day, and it's starting your day out. And I do this every day. There's not a day that I can take a break. My load that I have is so vast that I have to make sure that I'm taking time for me, taking time with God, taking time. Not that that's the only time I take that time, but that's the first time that when I hit my feet to that ground, how grateful am I today? What am I grateful for? After I prayed and stuff and I'm doing my affirmations, I ask myself, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? I don't want to think about no bad things this morning. I start my day off clear and clean. God, I can't even have too much craziness in the morning. I don't even take a call that early in the morning. So ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? What am I grateful for today? Actually tell yourself what you're grateful for. Another thing is, how am I feeling today? And actually sit in that feeling. How am I feeling? If you're feeling wonderful, say, I feel wonderful today. And if you're not, I will have a great day today. Reaffirm yourself that you're going to have a great day today. You're not feeling quite well. Some things went on, but I'm having a great day today. This right here is a good time to call a friend. I'm going to put it on a session on the podcast, call in a friend. If you're not feeling well and your affirmations don't help you, and the time that you spent with yourself doesn't help you, and sometimes when I get on my knees, it don't quite come that quick, and it's okay to call in somebody. The scripture said that we should lean on each other, that we should bear the infirmities of the weak, that we should all pray for one another and keep one another up. The scripture says that. So call in a friend. Girl, I need prayer. Dude, like, you got to pray for me and my family that today is not a good day. That's okay. Call in a friend. 3, how am I nurturing myself today? What am I going to do for myself today that nurtures myself? And for me, might be small, but for me, I say, I'm going to get up a little bit extra early so that I can go get my favorite coffee from the Starbucks or McDonald's. McDonald's have my iced coffee, and I'll be so proud and so good that day. So proud of myself that I got up and went early to get that before I started work and everything. So take some time out for yourself. What am I going to do for myself? Even if it's small, like even if it's something that you like. On my lunch break, I'm going to go get my nails done. Or on my lunch break, I'm going to get with one of my friends and we're going to chat it up and laugh. Whatever you can do to nurture yourself, do that. What am I going to do to nurture myself today? What am I going to do to nurture myself today? That's going to be all about me and not about nobody else. What am I going to do today? 4, again, how am I going to prioritize? How am I going to put everything in perspective? Not only that, how am I going to prioritize my mental health today? Which means do something for your mental. Normally, your mental health is going to be something that you need to do in the calmness of everything. I don't care if it has to be that night where everybody's gone. How am I going to prioritize things in my mind? And a good way to prioritize things in your mind is to write. I write. I have to write. Write things down. Write things down. We're coming out with, and I've already given a few of these boxes, but I'm doing prayer boxes and mental health boxes and grief boxes. And all of these, you'll see more about it coming up. But I'm trying to release this with the book. That's why everything is kind of on a hold right now, because I want to release all this at the same time. I don't want it to all be scattered. So I want to release all this at the same time. So we've put the book on hold and everything, just to make sure that everything is just in its right perspective. I think I was so eager and I was trying to put it out like right now. And even one of my friends was like, Meredith, first of all, we ain't gonna put them old pictures out. Second of all, we're gonna do this thing right. We're gonna put everything in perspective, and everything is gonna come out beautifully because you took that time to step back. And I really, really appreciate her for that. And she was definitely right. I was so eager to get something out and everything that I was trying to, do everything all at once. So these boxes are going to be able to help you kind of prioritize some stuff. So this is going to be for your mental health as well as your spiritual health and all of that, and making sure that we have a balance in our lives, and making sure that we're taking that time to prioritize our mental health and prioritize what's going on in our brains, right? Okay, number 5, how am I moving my body today? Honey, this is what I'll be trying to master, because your girl is always trying to lose weight or do something. But how many of you know, when you move and you exercise or you do something like that, it helps with your mental capacity, it helps with the endorphins in your body, releasing that sweat and all that stuff. It helps to relax you. And at first, have any of you all ever started working out and you didn't want to work out, and it was so like, oh my God, I can't stand this, why am I doing this, like, why am I doing this to myself? And you just so dreading to do it. But then after you're done, you're so glad that you did, because your body feels so relaxed, so good. I mean, you might have some aches and pains the next day because, it didn't feel that good, but your body felt so good afterwards. That's important. We have to start moving, y'all. We might have to start moving, not only for our mental health, but for our physical health. And we got to make sure that our strength is there. You know, that creates strength in not only in your body, but in your mind. Move around. Move around every day. Maybe on your lunch break, just take a little walk. That's okay. Do that. And the last one is, who am I checking in on or connecting with today? Check on your friends. Check on your family. If you love them, send them a quick text and say, "Hi, I'm calling you later." Or, "How you doing?" Or, "Can I bring you something? I'm gonna bring you some coffee this morning." Check on your friends. Make sure they're okay, because some people go through things alone, and that's not a good place to be. They go through things by themselves, and that's enough to break down your mental by itself, right? Yes. So I encourage you, check on your brothers, check on your sisters, check on your friends, check on your parents. Y'all, it's so important. I don't have my parents now. And it's so important. I wish I could check on my parents. I wish I could say, "Hey, Dad, how you doing today? Hey, Mom, how you doing today?" But I can't. So it's so very important that you make sure that your parents are taken care of, that you loving on them, that you're telling them, "Hey, I appreciate you for what you've done. Even if they've done nothing, I appreciate you for even bringing me into this world so I can do what I need to do." So it's always be grateful for the place that you're in, because you could be in no place. You could not be here. So be grateful for the place that you're in, because at any day, any time, it could change. Tomorrow, your situation could change. I'm telling you, you only need a day. You only need a minute. You only need a second for something to change. So it could be changed tomorrow. You never know. So take the time. Take the time to be grateful for where you are. God is on your side. Be grateful and take care of yourself. God wants you to take care of yourself. Some of you are pulling yourselves in so many different directions. And some of the directions, if you sit down and write it down, you don't even have to go. But you go just because. Just because. So I encourage you, Please, please, please take care of yourself. It's so much going on right now. We have to be centered. We have to have our mind on God. We have to have our mind on the right things. We have to take care of of ourselves and take care of the things around us and the things that we love. And so that's me today. That's what I have to say today. We'll be talking about happiness another time. But if something else come up, you know your girl. She gonna come up with whatever is there today or there that God wants her to come with that day. So I really, really feel in my spirit today that you need to just sit down and center yourself. There's people that's having mental breakdowns. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't have mental breakdowns. Not right now. We got to be in full mind and body right now. It's okay. God is on your side. You are totally affirmed. You are what God says that you are. You do not have any mental problems. You do not have any problems that God cannot solve. You don't have any problems that you can't sit down and God won't allow you to center yourself and be whole and free. You are whole and free. You will walk in the promises that God has for you. Everything will not overtake you. You are God's child. And God loves you. I love you. And have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Make sure that you tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, some of your other major podcasts for the podcast. We have, this is the agenda, y'all. It's Monday Motivation. We have Tuesday through Thursday, we have morning affirmations. All of that's on the podcast. Podcast is Totally Affirms Affirmation Corner. And then on Fridays, if there's not an affirmation, there will be like a just a motivation, a spiritual motivation. It's all spiritual on Fridays, y'all. Friday, we're getting ready to wind down, and we're getting ready to get ready for the weekend, get ready for everything that we're doing with our families and everything else. So Fridays is all going to be just spiritual growth, prayer, whatever God says is what it's going to be on Fridays. So get with your girl. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. Please, 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 if you need me, reach out. I am here for you. I love you. And I will do everything that I can. And if I can't do it, I know somebody who can. So y'all have a good day. Again, that podcast is Totally Affirmed. Look for it, or you can look for my name, I think, Meredith Townsend, and you can find my podcast on a lot of podcasts. I didn't even know it was on some of these, but you can find me on a lot of podcast platforms. So look for you, girl. I really appreciate your support. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you, and I'm praying for you every day. I'm praying that God, showers down his blessings. I pray that God just keeps you and keeps your mind in perfect peace, and keep your mind on God, y'all. Because if you keep your mind on him, he'll keep you in perfect peace. He's the only one that can give you perfect peace. Now, you can have peace, but perfect peace only comes from him. I love you, and have a wonderful day.